The Wanderlust Hotel is my new exhibition in Woolff Gallery in London, and it's centred around this idea of a low-rent guest house and all the characters that frequent it, the dark secrets and the illicit overnight guests. So the process that I usually use is dye and bleach. So I find a fabric, it might well be an American flag or a quilt, or I might make the textile from scratch, and then I dye the whole thing black. And I get the photograph that I'm using and make it very, very harsh contrast and use that as a reference for the painting. So whatever I bleach takes away the black pigment and leaves the initial colour of the cloth behind. And I use bleach for not very long, maybe about half an hour, until I think I've got a colour that I like. And then wash it, dry it, and the next day iron it and start all over again. And that process gets repeated about 10 times. The inspiration, I guess, for the whole exhibition was really the Chelsea Hotel and the Hotel Marmont. And then I watched every film you could possibly imagine that's got a hotel in it. I think narrative is quite important in painting. Paintings I've made before are often people that are quite famous, whereas with this it's much more personal. So I can play with their stories and I can invent their characters. That's much more enjoyable for me, and I think it's probably more enjoyable for the viewer because then they can put their own stories onto the pieces. I hired the models to do a photo shoot to kind of develop the narrative of how these people kind of interrelate. There's one piece that's called Sisters. It's the same model in two different guises, and I kind of have this imagined narrative that they're estranged sisters that maybe have had a falling out and they haven't seen each other for a long time, and then they see each other in a hotel room and the maid has got to clear up after the VIP and they have this kind of altercation. There's a bit of David Lynch about it. I don't think there's a kind of like a definite ending. I think people can bring their own stories to it. I just suddenly had this idea that it'd be nice to kind of link all the paintings together within one piece. The paintings have got very clear kind of backgrounds. There's the honeymoon suite where the bride is. It's very obvious that the mixologist is in the bar. So it's quite clear that there's certain rooms that would be quite easy to recreate. Hotels are a bit like a playground for grown-ups. I thought a doll's house encapsulates that idea, and it represents the whole exhibition and the whole concept of the Wanderlust Hotel. I often work with fashion brands. I think I seem to be a natural choice because I use textiles within my work, and I've been quite lucky over the years to work for quite a few nice companies. This exhibition has probably been in planning for about 3 years and actually making about 18 months. And it's been really lovely to get to know the work really well. In the making process, I've been able to sort of explore new ways of working. I've started using gold leaf and also crystals, Swarovski crystals on a piece, and the doll's house, making something 3D for the first time. It's been quite a revolution actually for me in my head to know that I can make work that isn't what people expect it to be.